Vibrillionaire Soul greetings, soul blessings, beautiful Vibrillionaire Soul family. Loving, living the Vibrillionaire lifestyle all day, every day, 24/7. Loving, living, breathing. Take a breath with me. Being the Vibrillionaire lifestyle all day, every day, 24/7. Whether the day is good or whether the day is bad, whatever we want to label those terminologies of good or bad or positive or negative, whatever your day is, it doesn't hinder, it doesn't stop you from living your life right now. That's such a beautiful realization of freedom. So, welcome. I am Michael, along with my wife and I, Alice. We are the founders and visionaries of Samadhi Sea of Wisdom Meditation School, serving both locally, humbly, from our hearts, all over the world. And here at Samadhi, and in life in general, we love to remind you, as life reminds you, it's never only always about positivity or never only always about negativity. It's about something much more real, something much more raw, something much more substantial, something much more effectual, something much more vivid, something much more genuine, something much more pure, something much more potent. And that potency, that pureness, that genuineness is you. The real you, you were born, designed, and destined to be, and the secret is you already are right now. The key is just to get out of our own way, to get out of our heads, our busyness, the confusion, the chaos, the fear, the insecurity, the fear of the unknown, to get into the heart, into that space where we don't know, but those mysteries, the magic, the miracles unfold of you. And here at Samadhi, our life mission, our life purpose, our life passion, our life calling, the reason why we breathe is to remind ourselves of that and to reflect and remind you of that, you watching this video. And today I got a beautiful message as we sit in this beautiful, amazing resort and just having such a great time since we've been here. But I want to share something with you. That most people wait for a certain moment or certain destination to be the source of their happiness. To, when I get that, I'll be happy. When I'll get that, I'll be free. When I get that, I'll love myself. Or when I get that, they don't even know to love themselves. When I get that, I'll love life. And the question is, why wait? Why are you waiting to live? Shout outs to my wife, Alice Sinohui, where she says, live your happily ever after now. So many people want to wait to live their happily ever after. And some even think they're going to live their happily ever after they die. Instead of living your happily, your joy, your love, your peace, your life now. So you can live your greatest version, your greatest life, your greatest example, your greatest moment, your greatest experiences now. I want to show you guys something. As we're here in San Diego, this is our view. And I'm not saying this to boast. I'm saying this to make a point. This is a beautiful, beautiful, amazing view. And I'm going to tell you what this does to me is what other people, that these incredible motivational audios and these incredible songs and inspirations, this is what inspires me. This is what moves me. This is what just causes me so much awe and wonder to the beauty of nature. As I see those clouds going over the mountains, as I see those trees holding the space of oxygen and holding the space of taking in everything that doesn't no longer serve. As I see all this, and yeah, it's a beautiful casino, and I'm grateful to be here. But what moves me is nature. This is why we have Nature's Inner Gathering every week. So why am I sharing this message? Why am I sharing this message? Is because, we've sat, thanks to our amazing student, we sat at the coast of what was it, Ocean Beach, and we woke up to the waves right outside our window, and it was such an amazing experience. But the question is, if I don't have that, am I going to be upset? Am I going to be disappointed? If I don't have that, am I gonna, wait for that to happen again for me to be happy? And the question is why? Because that joy that I feel when I look at nature, when I look at the ocean, when I have these opportunities that are blessings, and I'm not denying those blessings. Those are beautiful blessings. But where am I experiencing that? And that's what I want to ask you right now. Where are you experiencing those blessings? Where are you experiencing that magic? Where are you experiencing those miracles? Where are you experiencing that life? And the truth is, it's happening inside of you. Your senses take it from the outside, but where do you feel it? Inside of you. So where is your joy? Where is your love? Where is your life? It's not dependent on your paycheck. It's not dependent on your bank account. It's not dependent on who likes you or who doesn't like you. It's not dependent on who's around you. It's not dependent on how much you succeed or you don't succeed. It's not dependent on, the clothing that you wear, the car that you drive, the home that you live, the status of your achievements. It's not dependent on how you dress, what you wear. It's not dependent on even how you look, whether you're tall, short, big, small, white, brown, black, pink, polka dotted. It doesn't matter how you look or what you have or what you don't have, because there's something much more rich, something much more vibrant, something much more genuine that connects us all, and that is the soul. Call it what you will, the spirit, call it soul, call it energy, call it, whatever you want to call it. There's something that interconnects us all. And when we remember that, then we don't need a car to be happy. It's beautiful to have those things, don't get me wrong. Like even right now, I look at my beard, it's kind of wishy-washy, but guess what? That doesn't determine who I am. And whoever criticizes that, that's their business, but it's not going to affect me. And of course, I can, shape it up or whatever. But my point is this. We spend so much time being so analytical and so critical and so judgmental of things being this, that, or the other, that we rob ourselves of our own relationship with ourselves, of our own realization of ourselves, our own love of ourselves, our own life within ourselves. Because we're too busy looking outside of us instead of looking and feeling and realizing what's eternally happening inside of us. So with that being said, I want to invite you, as we're starting, this Wednesday will be our 7th week of our 16-week course, which has been amazing. And it's just, thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you everyone for partaking in that 16-week course with us. And we're even thinking about lengthening it because we're having so much fun and we love what we do. The next thing is we have a $50 membership where we're going to have two times a week. We're going to, 2 times a month. I'm shifting. Excuse me, guys. 2 times a month, we're going to be having group classes where we're going to find out where you are. Whoever's vulnerable enough to speak, courageous enough to speak, is the same thing. Vulnerability is courage. So, and it's going to inspire others to speak. It's going to inspire others to step up and to, have their voice again, speak whatever's going on in their life. And what we're going to talk about is how can Samadhi, and really, how can we all help each other? Because you guys are going to teach us as much as we're going to teach you. That's how we work. That's how we roll. It's not that Ali and I know the secrets of the universe and we're going to tell everybody what. No, we're unfolding just along with you. But we're going to share from our experiences. We're going to share what's worked for us. And our intention is to bring vibrational awareness, vibrational realization to the table. Because so many people forget all of this that we're experiencing is vibration. Everything that you see, hear, taste, touch, smell, and even think is vibration. So when we step into vibration, it's game over, guys. And the thing about it is this. Whether you have a mountain view, whether you have an ocean view, whether you have, an alley in your backyard, or whether you're living, like what I like to call nature dwellers, whether you're living on the streets, it doesn't determine who you are. It doesn't determine what you're made out of. It doesn't determine what you're deserving of or not deserving of. It doesn't determine anything of that. And because we've allowed ourselves to accept that programming, to believe that programming. That's why a lot of us, are waiting for permission, are waiting for that moment, are waiting for that experience, are waiting for this. We're sitting here waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And the truth is, you no longer have to wait. And the truth really is, we never had to wait, but we didn't know what we didn't know. So the truth is, you don't need to wait for your happiness. You don't need to wait for your joy. You don't need to wait to live your life. You don't need to wait for certain circumstances and conditions and events to match, to give you permission to say, you know what? I'm ready. Take a breath. Rest in that realization that you are alive. Rest in that realization that your body is for you 1,000, 1,000,000%. That's what we call the Vibrillionaire lifestyle. You already are a Vibrillionaire. And the more you remember how worthy, how amazing, how loved, how full of life you are, the greater you're going to step into life. And the greater we're going to impact our communities. It starts with one. It starts with you. The world needs you. I need you. We all need you. You are worthy. You are brilliant. You are love. You are life. Whatever your choices you make, I'm not going to go into that because that's why we have our groups. But let's not judge those that, do very, ignorant things. They just don't know, because I guarantee that if they knew and they realized who, not just knew logically, but if they realized and they know internally who they are, they wouldn't do that. And that's what this world needs. So Daniel Bullen, I seen that you wanted to come on. Did you still want to come on? Let me know. I'll bring you on. I would love to bring you on. But my point is this. Just want to share with you guys that there's an opportunity that we are sharing with humanity, because as I seen the elections yesterday, and as I see the voice of unity, of the promises of what's going to be brought, it's not just waiting on a president to bring it. It's on each and every one of us, that whether it's true or not, we can make it happen. And we don't need to wait for somebody to make it happen. We are the ones that make it happen. We affect our internal experiences. We affect our relationships. We affect our families. We affect our friends. We affect our neighbors. We affect our communities, which in turn affect our cities, which in turn affect our states, which in turn affect our providences, wherever you are, which in turn affect our countries, which in turn affect our world and beyond. We are very significant. We are very powerful beings. And we are no longer need to wait for permission, meaning as we've been taught, because we never needed to wait for permission to step up. Get out of your own way and start. Just take this message and meditate, contemplate on how worthy you are. Contemplate on the life that is breathing through you. Call it God, call it universe, call it creator, call it infinite intelligence, call it infinite mind, infinite heart, unconditional love, call it unconditioned consciousness, awareness. Doesn't matter what you call it. It's breathing through you. It's flowing through you. And I'm telling you, my life has never been the same. When I get in my head trying to figure it out, that's when I rob myself of the experience that's happening right now. So as you surrender more of who you are and you stop trying to think of who you are, the more who you are will start to unfold. Just like you can't open up a flower by force. You have to just be patient and let that flower, as long as you do the work, as long as you water it, as long as you make sure it has the right soil, as long as you make sure it has light, sun, as long as you make sure it has the environment to grow, it will grow. Depending on the container that it is the size of the flower that will grow. So it's a small container, the flower, the tree won't grow that big. But if you go and plant it in your yard, you give it a great environment, you give it a great spacious space, it will thrive and it will grow more than you can imagine. That is you. What is your environment? And is your environment dependent on your external? Because if it is limited. If your environment is interdependent from your internal, it's infinite, because you are the infinite, experiencing infinity of you. And I hope I didn't confuse you. But you are infinite. You are boundless. You are spaceless. You are timeless. You are formless. You are. So with that being said, I love you all. And with love, with unconditional love, I invite you to open up. Open up to the wonders and the mysteries and the miracles of life that you can't even comprehend. Get out of your head. Stop trying to figure it out, and just surrender to the love and the mystery of life. And when I say surrender, it's not just sit around and do nothing. Do what you're doing, but surrender to the mystery of life. Surrender to the magic of life. Surrender to the awe of life. And just like I showed you earlier, doesn't matter where you are, the awe is not outside of you. The awe is reflected from inside of you, all around you. So you are awe, experiencing awe. Namaste.